Hi. Well, generally, putting on a new man, what does this mean? A different character, a different person? Well, it has a particular features which I can share with you in details. So there's this woman, and she's working, and this other young lady comes up and said, "You know, it looks like that you had a really bad hairdresser that did the back of your hair. Was that forced? Because that definitely wouldn't be something that you would volunteer." Well, so what does this speak of a person that isn't changed from a person that has a different character? So then this woman, she makes a phone call, and she makes a phone call to the bank, and this Muslim woman answers and pretends she's really stupid. And she's not, of course. You see, the problem with this world is everybody wants to fight against everybody. And it's not necessary. Men, you don't lust after other women. And women, you don't lust after other men, period. That is the truth. And the only way this woman was trying to make a point to others is it's not about making enemies, it's about bringing in and being friends. Well, speaking the truth with this about neighbor and slightly changed and Zechariah 8:16, Paul quotes, "To mark your interconnection with one another as members of one another." So what does this say? Not merely members of one body. Well, isn't it members of one body mean yoked, equally yoked, so you have the same faith? And just because others have different faiths, we don't just slightly try to change somebody or try to change somebody, or present yourself as spiritual or non-spiritual and invade somebody's space. So in the Bible, it talks about a Christian, about being a new man. Well, not merely the external command instinctively leads to Christian fulfill mutual duties. So this woman thought about this, mutual duties. But there's a lot of falsehood going on, and that's called lying. Well, it is the abstract. Speak ye truth, each one with his neighbor. But if you're putting off your wives and going out to other women, or women, you're putting off your husbands, going with other men, how do you think the other partner's going to feel? You're not going to make them happy, are you? Well, so do not injure another, do not deceive another, but all have a mutual and common interest. So this woman thought about this, and went to Psalms 4:4. Be ye angry and sin not. Well, she thought, if, the other men isn't paying attention to their wives, these men need to go and talk to their wives, and the women do the same to their husbands. We are supposed to be equally yoked and to be together as one. You don't have adultery. You don't put away your wives. You don't put away your husbands. It's called respect. So this woman was thinking about this, and then she goes and she talks to the police, and she talks to security, and she says, about the rules and regulations, and, well, can you just check some videos out? Yeah, she had some videos checked out, and she says, well, someone had lifted my glasses out of my bag, and, well, I could have told them that exactly from the word, what kind of person that is. And definitely not renewing of our minds or being of a new man. Well, so she was, talking to the officer, talking to security. And well, if you look on the security videos, I know for sure you'll see who did it. Oh, you're right. I will look into it right away. So the security, the police, the guards, they go in and they say to her, they come into her work and they go, guess what? We have your glasses. A little bit bent, lots of fingerprints, but we have them now. Oh, thank you. You just blessed. She says, bless me more. Oh, she wanted to keep the fingerprints. But she took it to the optical place and they hurried up and took them and wiped the fingerprints off. But the woman was telling me she had put the fingerprints on something else. It's something. This woman is something else. She's telling me this story and I'm going, wow. So what did you do? Didn't you get really angry? Did you flip a table? Did you throw something? Did you storm out? What did you do when the men of different faith are trying to get you to, and all of them are trying to fight against different religions and whatever? Didn't you want to just flip the table like Jesus did? And she said to me, yeah, I did. And I could, and I want to. And this circumstance arose to call anger on your part. So anyway, she was telling me this story and she calls the bank and because she was telling me, for the last couple of years, over 2 years, more than that, they had been in her accounts and stuff. And she says, yeah, they're just, they're playing against each other and trying to use this. What do you do about that? What do you do? And she says, I say no. I say no. I says, no in what? In all occasions. So she talked to me about being a Christian woman. And this Christian woman talked to me about being yoked. And I says, what is yoked? Well, we have the same faith. We believe in the same thing. We're on the same path, spiritually. And she's saying, get married to this man and he's faithful to the Lord, to Jesus. And I says, wow, so you're a Christian? Yes. Then she says, what is your name? And so she's telling me this story, but she says, I said, well, what did you do? How did you get angry without sin? Because I would have probably said, I don't know what I would do. And she says, well, I have these natural feelings that are wrong. And I know they would direct me in the wrong way. And I was thinking, the things that they have done, what do you do? And you go and you go, oh, Lord, thank goodness you can forgive me. Even though you're inside me and I'm inside you. And I have to be the right way angry. I'm beat them up. Really? Well, if someone's going to come on me against me and they don't get out of the way, of course I'm going to knock them out of the way. But I'm not going to lie. And union to another in Christ, that's what we're supposed to do, and not injure or deceive another. Well, she says, did they not? They did do this to you. They did that to your heart. They took. I said, can I try them on? Oh yeah, they are a bit bent. Well, did you get? How are you doing? What are you doing? How are you even handling it? Because I know I couldn't. Not really. I'm not handling it as a person at all. She says, I thought, well, that my Father, the Holy One, would step in and take care of everything. I said, oh, so what happened? Well, I'm trying to do these Christ anger things and, without sin, and it's a natural feeling, not wrong, exceeding due bounds. And Jesus, he did present spiritualness and flip tables and because, I love all cultures, she says, and I embrace all, but these men, they just keep trying to cause problems for them. Oh, I thought it was only women that did that. No, it is not only women.